Alright, so I just finished up using the drum sander on 40 grit everywhere. I think it looks really nice. So now the next step is going to be edging around here and using the nail punch to punch any nails that are hitting the drum sander. Gonna use the edger to get this doorway. I couldn't get in there with the drum sander. And then I will be sanding this as well with the drum sander. One thing is there's a lot of staining right here, so we'll see if that comes out with the next round of drum sanding. But if not, might change my plans a little bit. All right, this is my first time using a edger before, so we'll see how it goes. All right, it's kind of hard to use, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do all of this not on camera, and then I'll show you guys after it. Okay, so I just finished edging the living room and dining room. A little chaotic in here right now, but I think it looks pretty good. I did go through 8 of these, yeah, that's right, 8 of the edger discs at 40 grit. So they really used up a lot of the sanding paper, but definitely did the trick. All of here, it looks so much different. And then this staining that was over here, I tried to do a little bit more with the edger, and I'll try and block this one. That's where I tried to do it, and it looked like the stain mostly came up. So I'm hopeful that eventually with more sanding, this staining will go away. But yeah, this is it right now. And then I also took off the door to the little basement stairway and sanded this. This is a little tight in here, but I did it all with the edger. Yeah, this is it. So right now. All right, so I finished everything with the 40 grit, and now I'm gonna be using the 80 grit, and I'm going diagonally to kind of try and level everything out and get rid of these sorts of things. So yep, I'm gonna be starting going this way, and then yeah, I'll do the 80 grit, and then 120 is left. Alright, so this is how it's looking after that second sand with the 80 grit. The stain is obviously still there. I don't think it's gonna go away with all the sanding, but the rest of the room looks really good. I'll show you the other room as well. My little tripod. But yeah, I think it looks really good. The next step for tomorrow, so I'm gonna use the edger to kind of even out these little spots. And then I'm gonna go back over it again with the 80 grit, but along with the grain. So that's tomorrow's plan. But today I think went pretty well. All right, so it is the next day now. And I just took this board up from upstairs where it was damaged. So I'm gonna be putting it in this little space. It's a little bit of an ugly board, so that's why I'm putting it there, because most of it will be covered up by the quarter round, but I just wanted to repair this little board before I sand again. All right, so I just cut it to size and nailed it in. It doesn't look really good right now, but once I sand it, it'll pretty much look seamless, or at least I hope. Alright, so I just finished up using the edger for all the dark spots in the middle, just to kind of even everything out, and I think it looks pretty good. All like the uneven spots are gone. So now I'm going to be using an 80 grit on the drum sander to go with the grain instead of diagonal. Alright, we just finished up using the wood filler, and this is how it's looking right now. Still drying a little bit, but we filled all of the nail holes that we punched and any gaps between the boards. So we're just going to wait for this to dry a little bit more and then hit it with 120 grit on the drum sander to get rid of all the extra glue and smooth it out. Alright, so now I'm going to be using a sealer. Riley's going to be painting around the edges, and then I'm going to be using the roller.
I'm nervous.
Got it. So after using the sealer, this is what the floor looked like. Looked super patchy, so I'm just gonna be sanding the whole floor again. I don't want the final look looking patchy, so this is what it looks like at this point. And then I decided I'm gonna stain it dark just to cover up this pet stain. Yep, so I'm gonna be sanding the rest of this. You can see how blotchy it looked. So yeah, want to do it right and be sanding this, staining, and then doing 3 layers of polyurethane. Alright, so this is what the floors look like after edging and using the drum sander. We decided we're going to use this dark stain to try and cover up the pet stain. So now we're going to be applying it, and then on top of that doing the polyurethane. Alright, so the camera died when we were staining, but this is what it looks like now. If I'm being honest, it doesn't look perfect. You can kind of tell where we were using the edger. Over here it's worse. But hopefully some of the polyurethane will kind of make that come out, but I doubt it. But yeah, this is what it's looking like now. So you can see there all the edging. But yeah, now we're gonna use the polyurethane and see how it goes. Alright, this is what it looks like after the first coat of polyurethane. Still looks a little rough around the edges, but it's pretty good. I'll show you this other room. Covered up the pet stain pretty good. I mean, obviously it's still there a little bit, but it's less noticeable. So I just finished up doing all of the floors. I think they look pretty good, even though I did mess up a little bit around the edges. One thing I would have done differently is definitely I wouldn't have used the wood glue and the sawdust to fill all the holes. That definitely messed everything up pretty bad. But throughout the process, I learned a whole bunch, and whenever I do the upstairs, I think it'll go a lot better. So yeah, saved a lot of money rather than using a flooring contractor. Definitely isn't perfect, but pretty happy with it.